I actually regret making the thumbnail because it's not My Little Pony, is it? My Little Pony was actually good. This is just hell. I did steal this, by the way, so just so you know. But okay, so I genuinely liked season one, and it's not because it's a masterpiece, it's because everything else is shit. Like, in a world where there's no more entertainment, everything is preachy, everything is trying to push an agenda, everything is trying to persuade you of something. You have a show that, well, at least I think the owners were trying to make something entertaining. And it's a leftist show, but at least they're not being parasites over another IP. At least they're creating something new. And I think like they try to recreate a little bit of the magic of Disney that's lost because they have musicals and the characters, they generally have like that Disney attitude. And Charlie kind of has that Disney level innocence and the little black dot as a nose. So I do think like the creators were actually taking inspiration from the cartoons that they grew up with when making this. And the interesting thing is like season one was actually good. Unless you try to watch it like Arch. Like even people that wanted to hate it couldn't. Because I spoke to Arch before watching season two, and he was like, I really want to hate the show. But I just can't. And it's interesting because Arch is the type of person that's more in line with the EFAP school of thought. Everything needs to have logic and consistency. And while I do think that, yeah, most of fiction requires that, there are examples of art pieces that don't have logical consistencies and they work. For example, comedies, right? If you look at a movie like Spaceballs, like it doesn't need to have necessarily logical consistency. Like what it needs to have is emotion and soul. And I don't think like the season one of Hazbin Hotel kind of had that. If you're looking at it from a logical point, and you're trying to analyze it like a war general, like could hell have won? What did heaven do wrong in their logistics? It doesn't really make sense, right? Like hell just having access to a couple of angel weapons and managing to repeal an entire invasion, or if you look at the number of angels they're sending and you realize that hell has like over 9 trillion souls, then yeah, it doesn't make sense that way. But if you're actually watching it for the songs and you just want to see the main character win, then it's entertaining. And I think like this is the purpose of this medium, it's to entertain people. But unfortunately, I think that season 2 fails spectacularly at entertaining. They had a banger song called Gravity, and I think like even they were aware just how good the song is, which is why it was promoted before the show came out. But other than that, like everything around it is just boring. I'm not even upset. I'm not even angry. I watched the last episodes and I was looking at the time to see like how much longer do I need to sit through the pain. All the characters, like they've been made so dull. It's difficult to explain, but they had a really great character that even people who hate the show like, the Radio Demon. Now, the Radio Demon is really popular. He's got like a lot of YouTubers making fan songs about him, and those fan songs are actually better than the main character in the show right now. And on top of that, they decided to sideline him. Like one of the most interesting characters that they created, they turned him into a cock, put him into the cock chair, and make sure that he barely appears in any episode. And not to mention, like, his whole personality used to be, like, confident, charming, and powerful. And now they BTFO'd him, you know? They broke his stick, doesn't have powers anymore, and he's just a bitch boy. And it's not that, you know, like, I'm a Radio Demon fan, and I'm tuning in just to see the Radio Demon. But the thing is, like, if you have a character that was carrying the whole show, getting rid of that character and not having an equal replacement that's equally interesting and makes people curious and capable of generating the same buzz, then you're just nerfing your show. Another character that was really interesting was Adam. Now, Adam was a chud, you know, an asshole, but he actually had a heteronormative relationship with the chick, with Lut. Arch really loved that. I actually like the dynamic as well. In fact, I said, dude, this is the most realistic relationship that I have seen in Western entertainment in a long while. Not because like it's a relationship that people should emulate or that it's a good thing, but it was because it was human. Like it was a toxic relationship that I could definitely see some of my friends having, right? Like it was very humane compared to the perfect, flawless relationships that you get to see in Western media or the complete dysfunctional ones. These two characters, like, they could banter, they could joke with each other. Yeah, like, Adam was making fun of Lut and was demeaning her, but apparently she liked that because it was done in a way that wasn't coming off as mean-spirited. She didn't interpret it as such. And I was like, yeah, well, these are how human beings work in relationships. Like, this is realistic. And, the show itself wasn't realistic, but, like, the way it created characters and it managed to generate emotions, I was like, yeah, it was spot on. So they got rid of Adam. I mean, he still appears in a couple of frames, I guess, but you got rid of the radio demon, you get rid of Adam, and the other characters that are coming to replace them are just bland and boring. And then they nerf other characters that are interesting. So, like, they nerfed Lucifer for no reason whatsoever. It's like, okay, well, now Lucifer can't beat anyone up in hell. Okay, fine. I guess for a plot reason, it makes sense. But, like, now he's another character that's boring. And the plot itself. In the first one, it was, can a sinner be redeemed? And you have Charlie trying really hard, and the angels, they seem all powerful and unbeatable, and they're against her plan, and the people in hell are against her plan, but eventually she pulls out, through the power of friendship, which is pretty much like what the cartoons that I grew up with had, right? So it kicks that level of nostalgia there. Power of friendship beats everything. But now in season 2, it's mentally retarded. Like, I understand using a little bit of nostalgia, but at the end of the day, this show is for adults. Like, it is 18 plus. And the creators, they also mentioned this. Like, look, we got sex, we got drugs, we got extreme violence. Don't let your kids watch this. It's not for kids. But then why are the plot devices so dumbed down and so idiotic that only a child would be able to enjoy them? Like, for instance, the plot is that heaven is doing a purge on hell. Every single year, they go down, they kill tens of millions of people in hell. And so, like, they've been terrorizing hell for a couple of centuries. And in the first season, heaven, for the first time, manages to get its ass whooped. And now heaven, from a position of weakness, is trying to come down to negotiate a peace agreement while having a tray of cookies and apologies and basically saying, look, we're sorry, we're not going to genocide you anymore, please leave us alone. Now, again, the whole episode is supposed to create suspense, supposed to see how are the demons going to react to this. But there is no suspense, because everyone knows how they're going to react. I mean, again, if you're over the age of 18 and you're presented with this fictional scenario, everyone understands how the demons are going to react. And that's the point. There's no more tension. There's no more curiosity. It's like, what's going to happen next? Because if this is the level of plot hooks, if this is what they're putting up, like, everyone knows what's going to happen next. Okay, here's another plot hook. Apparently, one of the denizens of hell, they die in the hotel and they get redeemed. So now they're reincarnated in heaven. But no one from hell knows that, because they haven't seen the guy getting reincarnated. So they have to take it on faith. Now, you have this television guy coming to the hotel in order to make an interview. And Charlie, the main character, is saying, look, I can prove to you that I'm going to redeem someone by the end of the day. And that's the whole episode. And you know she's not going to be able to do it, because redeeming someone was extremely difficult, number one. And number two, it required for the person to die. So, due to Charlie's personality, there is no way that she would kill anyone. And so, like, the entire episode has absolutely no tension. You know she's going to fail from the very beginning. And that's not something that happened in season 1. Like, in season 1, it basically did have questions like, oh, can a sinner be redeemed? Like, that was genuinely interesting. Like, are they going to do it or not? Can heaven be defeated? right? Like, even within the logical consistency of the show, you always were asking these questions. Now, the plot hooks are so fucking retarded that there are no questions. And so, the only thing that could have saved the show was if they had interesting characters. Like, if the personality of the characters was very magnetic to the point that it glues you to the screen, then yeah, okay. But not even that. They got rid of their magnetic personalities as well. They got rid of the radio demon, and they nerfed Lucifer, and they haven't replaced them with anyone else. I mean, the Valentino thing, he was supposed to be a monster, a kingpin, a horrible abuser. He's a joke character. You have V, the TV guy. Apparently, he's got daddy issues, and he's also soft and weak, and it's like kind of like meh. And I don't know. I'm a little bit disappointed because, like, again, there's not that much to watch on television anymore, and this was like just 30 minutes of just mind-numbing entertainment for me. And apparently they failed. Now, the interesting thing of why I think they failed, and I may be wrong, I don't know, but like the original season was created by an independent project where the creator just allowed their imagination to run amok, and they just created whatever the fuck they wanted. But then they had pushback from Twitter, from the community. They started pushing morality on this. And then when they went with a streaming service, they probably have like terms of service they need to abide. They probably have like Actors Guild they need to abide. And so like I don't think they're allowed to be creative and to do whatever they want. Or at least, and this may not even be like a hard interdiction. Like there's no like list where the creator is being told, no, you're not allowed to do this, you're not allowed to do that. It may also just be like in her head, like she may know, oh, well, if I put this in, like maybe it will upset the producers or maybe it will upset the people on Twitter. And I think like that's the issue, and that's a problem right now in Western culture. If you're an artist or if you're a creator, instead of like trying to think, okay, how would the characters react in this situation? What would make the story more interesting? You're constantly thinking, oh, is this going to upset someone? Is this going to get me in trouble with the producer? Are the payment processors going to freak out? And so when you're obsessed with thinking about this, these are the creative chains that pull you back. And so anyway, right, let me know what you guys think. And as usual, I will see you in the comment section. Take care.